okay, I could do that. Um, hmm. Boom, everything is set. Okay, just give me 2 minutes, everybody. Okay. Get my podcasting glasses on. Boom, 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 boom. Ok. Bonjour tout le monde à mon podcast. Aujourd'hui, on va parler des conspirations, des conspirations. Ça va être en anglais et en français. We're going to speak both languages today, ok? Fait qu'on va commencer avec. Fait que j'ai jasé avec une femme sur l'internet. Elle m'a dit pour me baiser, pour baiser elle, faut que je fasse un prise de sang pour être sûr que je suis propre. Parce qu'elle veut baiser sans capote. OK? C'est ça qu'elle veut. Puis moi, je me suis dit, c'est le temps que je le fasse. Fait que j'ai dit, OK, je vais le faire. Là. La dernière fois que j'ai fait mon prise de sang, c'était au CLLC, OK? Fait que la dernière fois, c'était au CLLC. Parce que j'avais un docteur familial. Quand tu as un docteur familial, tu peux aller dire que, OK, je veux faire un prise de sang, puis là, il va te écrire un papier, puis là, tu peux aller faire ton prise de sang. T'sais? Fait que j'avais un docteur famille. J'ai attendu 5 ans, OK? 5 ans pour mon docteur familial. OK? J'ai vu la femme une fois. Puis après que je l'ai vue une fois, elle a retourné en France. OK? Là, vu qu'elle a retourné en France, faut que je réapplique encore pour avoir le docteur médical. Fait que tu trouves pas ça vraiment fucking stupide? Surtout, j'ai attendu 5 ans, bro. 5 ans. Si c'est quelqu'un avec des problèmes médicaux qui a besoin d'un médecin, là, il n'y a pas de temps à attendre 5 ans, OK? Ça, c'est un. Parce que je viens de faire mes taxes, OK? Ma femme de taxes, elle m'a dit, tu vas payer pour cette année, pour cette année, tu vas payer $500 pour ton carte médicale, OK? 500 $. Fait que, moi, la chose qui me fait chier, là, c'est que le gouvernement nous charge, pas juste moi, il charge tout le monde 500 $, OK? Là, on va dire la population de Montréal, on va regarder. Juste pour te donner une idée, parce que moi je suis pas si bon en mathématiques que je veux être. Fait que juste pour expliquer bien à tout le monde, OK? Everybody, today we're doing a podcast. It's in English and French. I'm just going to go back and forth, but I was going to be mostly in French because, you know, like I don't do a lot of shows in French. And I want people to know that I speak fucking French, so... OK. Show me the screen, you stupid computer. No. Okay. Montreal, or no, Quebec. Let's go Quebec. Quebec population. Population de Québec, OK? C'est ça que je fais mes recherches sur, là. As of January 1st, 2025, the population of Quebec is estimated at 9.11 million. That is not ironic. 9.11! OK? Fait que la population de Montréal, de Québec, c'est 9.11 millions. Hey? Regarde le symbolisme. OK. Fait que 9.1 millions fois 500. On va juste voir. On voit 9 millions. 9 million. How much money is that? $4.5 billion. Billion dollars. Okay? So let's just say hypothetically, I should go Quebec actually, Montreal, because Quebec, I'm sure not everyone in Quebec is paying $500 for their fucking Medicare. OK. Population de Montréal. Population de Montréal, c'est 1.9. 1 million 992 000. OK? Quelque chose comme ça. So 1.9 million population of Montreal. OK? So let's just say 2 million. OK? 2 million times 500. How much money is that? $1 billion. Okay? So every person in Montreal just paid their taxes, and each person paid $500, which equals to $1 billion. Okay? So now we're all paying $1 billion to the government for our Medicare, but yet Medicare is like non-existent. I had to apply for a family doctor for 5 years. She left. I have to apply all over again. Here's our fucking healthcare right here. Okay? And the worst part, it's hard to get a fucking blood test, bro. It's hard to get a family doctor, let alone a blood test. What blows my mind is we're paying $1 billion for fucking healthcare. Meanwhile, it's non-existent. You're on a waiting list to get a fucking family doctor. If you want to get a blood test, you're going to have to literally go on Google, which I did, and I got fucked over. I'll tell you guys what happened. Okay? And this is because the government doesn't have our best interests at heart. You would think so, because most people fucking believe that shit. If you want to get a blood test, I went to the CLC. Because where you get the blood test is usually the CLC when it's free, okay? Free. Because nothing is free. Even when you die, someone has to pay. So I went to the CLC. I'm like, yo, I want to get a blood test. They're like, you can't. You need a fucking note from a doctor. So I'm like, where can I go? They're like, I don't know. This is our fucking healthcare. Shouldn't the fucking clinic where you get the blood test done, shouldn't they have places that you can go to see a doctor? They don't. They have no clue. I went to another clinic. Same fucking thing. The blood booth is there, but I'm like, yo, where? She's like, you can't get a blood test without a prescription or whatever. And I'm like, where can I do that? She's like, I don't know. So I go on Google. Okay? I go on Google, and it tells me there's this place called Prelib. Prelib. I'm gonna mention that because these fuckers are scammers, bro. They're scammers, and I'll tell you what they do. Okay? So on the website, it says, oh, blah, blah, blah. You want to get the blood test done? It's $15. I was like, wow, this sounds great. Okay. Already sounds too good to be true. Because I'm like, $15? So it says, blah, blah, blah. It's only $15. You have to drive downtown, though. Because there's different places. There's none in my area. You have to drive downtown. So I go downtown. I do the thing. She takes my blood, asks me 1,000 questions on the fucking website. Then it says, in order to get the results, if you want to be free, it's a 10-day wait and it's free. Okay. If you want the results right away, it's like $300 or something. Okay, that's that. And then it says after 7 to 10 business days, you will get an email. And I'm like, oh, I hope this is the results. No, it's not the results. It's an email, them asking you, when can a doctor call you with the news? Which I'm like, what is this fucking waste of time? I don't want a doctor calling me. Just send me the fucking news. That's all. I just want the results. And then I go to the website again, and it's telling me to book an appointment. Then it says, if you want the doctor to call you in 5 days with the results, it's $55, okay? And then it says free, and the free button you can't click. The thing that bothers me is, when I asked the fucking woman, because I wanted to call her a bitch because she lied, but I asked her, I'm like, yo, you're sure it's only $15? She's like, yeah, it's only $15, and that's it. You pay the $15 right now, and then it's over. But then it tells you it's trying to charge you again because they need a callback. They need to charge you for a fucking callback. So it's a scam, bro. Don't go for that shit. It's called Prelib. Ok, je vais répéter ça en fucking français. Bon, je voulais faire une prise de sang. Je mentionne tellement de choses en français. Je viens de faire mes taxes, ok? Je viens de faire mes taxes. La femme de mes taxes, elle m'a dit, tu vas payer $500 pour ton carte médicale. Je dis, ok. Anyway, le chose que je veux mentionner, on a 2 millions de personnes à Montréal, ok? Alors, tout le monde a payé, 2 millions de personnes ont payé les taxes. Excuse me. Et tout le monde a payé $500 chaque. Alors, ça arrive à $1 billion. Alors, nous, les personnes qui payent les taxes, on a payé $1 billion au gouvernement pour notre fucking, how do you say healthcare in French? Soins de santé, ok? Ouais, ça c'est le soin de santé. T'es bon? Ok, c'est bon. Fait on a payé $1 billion pour notre santé. Mais disons, tu veux voir un docteur ou un médecin, tu vas attendre 5 ans, ok? 5 ans. J'ai appliqué pour un docteur familial. Ça fait un autre 5 ans, whatever. J'ai appliqué pour un docteur familial. J'ai attendu 5 ans, ok? J'ai vu cette femme une fois. Je suis allé faire mon prise de sang. Je sais pas quoi. Elle a retourné en France. Elle a retourné en France. Là, il faut que je réapplique pour un médecin familial. Attendre un autre 5 ans. Ça peut prendre un autre 5 ans. Fait que, comment tu peux dire que notre soin de santé, ok, ça marche quand tout le monde va attendre à peu près 5 ans pour un fucking médecin. Là, moi, je suis chanceux que j'ai pas de problème médical. Merci Dieu. Mais imagine, tu as des problèmes médicaux. Tu vas attendre des années. Il y a du monde qui peut pas attendre des années, bro. Pour un fucking médecin familial. En plus, qu'est-ce que je veux dire? Pourquoi c'est tellement fucking difficile à faire un prise de sang? Ça devrait être vraiment facile. En plus, j'ai payé puis je me suis fait en plus. Je suis allé à CLSC, je dis, je veux faire un prise de sang. Il dit, tu as besoin d'un prescription de docteur. Je dis, où je peux trouver ça? Elle dit, je sais pas. Comment? Ça, c'est une place de fucking gouvernement où est-ce que je peux faire mon prise de sang? Puis ils savent pas où je peux aller faire, trouver un fucking docteur. Like, c'est vraiment, on dirait, ils prennent notre argent et ils donnent, disons, 10% pour avoir les affaires pour notre santé, puis ils mettent tout dans leur poche. Ça, c'est exactement dans toutes les affaires qui, au Canada, au Québec surtout. Ça fait vraiment chier. Parce que le monde, sont comme, idiots immigrants, retourne dans ton pays. J'ai vraiment jamais pensé que j'allais dire ça, mais la manière que ça marche ici, je serais un fucking millionnaire au Pakistan. Parce que, like, au moins, ils te fourrent dans ta face. Ici, ils te fourrent dans ton dos avec des permis. C'est vraiment, c'est ridicule. Tu peux pas couper un arbre dans ton fucking jardin. C'est ton jardin, c'est ton terrain, c'est ta maison, tu peux pas couper le jardin. En plus, le monde sont tellement des... C'est quoi le mot? Il disait même sur le nouvelle que tu sois ça. Like, il voulait à tes voisins. Disons, tu vois ton voisin faire quelque chose que tu appelles la police. Ouais, je vois mon voisin, tu sais, il fait quelque chose, là. Tu sais, ça a l'air suspicieux. They want you to snitch on your own fucking neighbor, bro. Like, Big Bro has brainwashed people so badly. Especially, oh, I just remembered. We're going back to the moon, apparently. This is the biggest bullshit that they've come up with that people still believe. I think it's called Artemis. The only thing going to space is people's fucking brains. They're just stupid. They believe this shit. Alright, that's what it is. I don't want to cut it nicely for you guys. I'm done. I'm done being nice with people, bro. People are not fucking nice with me. Life is a bitch. So you gotta be rough, bro. That's what it is. So, like, it just blows my mind how, like, the healthcare system is such a fucking scam, bro. 5 years, anyone who has health issues, you know, should be like, oh, I guess protesting. What the fuck is protesting gonna do? It's like, if we don't speak up, nothing will happen. It's literally like that. If enough people don't speak up and like, yo, what the fuck, they will keep on getting away with shit like this, bro. Like, why are we everyone paying $500 each for healthcare when it's like literally non-existent? If you want to get something, then you have to pay for it. So explain to me how that makes sense. When we're paying for healthcare, everyone says, oh, Canada, free healthcare. Technically, no. If you have to get anything done, you have to pay for it. So how is it free? Can you tell me? Fucking bullshit, bro. And if you're a criminal, they're very lenient. Like, a lot of guys that are getting out of jail for like murder or robbery or whatever, they're getting out in like a month or whatever. They're not even. It's crazy. Like, they're purposely creating the chaos, bro. You guys don't think? Ils sont en train de créer le chaos. Comment tu dis chaos? Le chaos? Tu le dis comme ça? Ça a l'air. Anyway, c'est vraiment ridicule, je trouve, bro. Parce que le monde, il vient... Quand le monde, il vient au Canada, comme moi et ma famille, OK? Quand on est venu ici, on est comme, wow, c'est Canada. tout est beau, tout ça. Mais c'est comme une autre place où est-ce qu'il y a de la corruption partout, bro. Regarde les routes quand tu conduis ici. Tu penses que t'es au fucking Canada en 2026? Vraiment? Tu penses vraiment quand tu conduis dehors? As-tu vu les routes ici? Hein, as-tu vu, tu sais? Là, qu'on se fait fourrer directement dans notre face. Puis, on dirait que c'est juste moi qui est fâché. Tu sais, on se fait fourrer carrément, bro. Je paye 400$ de taxes chaque 2 semaines. Je paye 400$. En plus, j'entends des histoires. J'entends des histoires où est-ce qu'il y a des immigrants qui sont sur le fucking BS puis ils pointent comme 1600 par mois. Like, I heard there's a thing going on. I don't know if it's true, but it would really piss everyone off. I heard there's a thing going on where a lot of the immigrants that are coming here, they're on welfare or something, and they're getting 1,600 a month. Meanwhile, the citizens of Canada, if they're on welfare, they're getting 800 a month. Because it's true. The last time I was on unemployment, it was $800 a month, and you can't fucking afford shit with $800 a month. Just the rent is $800 a month, bro. If you're lucky. Right now, I could tell you, any apartment, a 3.5, is going to be 1,100 at least. If you're lucky. 5 years ago, or maybe 10 years ago, 10 years ago, you could rent a house for 1,500 or 1,200 a month. Not anymore. Not anymore. I should have listened to Bruce when he told me. He was like, this is before the pandemic. He told me, he said, get a house, get a house, get a house. Because before the pandemic, a house that was 300,000 now is 600,000. It's literally doubled. Plus, we got this fake war going on, which I don't believe, with Iran. Moi, je crois pas à la guerre. Anyway, oh, j'ai oublié, on s'en va en espace, c'est vrai. On s'en va en espace. Fait que, moi, je crois pas qu'on est allé sur la Lune. Puis là, apparemment, vers 6 heures ce soir, ou whatever, ils sont en train de retourner sur la Lune. Fait que je veux vraiment voir de quoi ça va avoir l'air. So yeah, they're going back to the moon, and obviously that sounds like. Oh, let's look this up right now. Artemis. Is there a live feed? Ah, look at the symbolism right there, Artemis. Well, it's an A. AKA vector. NASA's Artemis 2 mission is set to launch for 4 astronauts on a historic journey to the moon on Wednesday, April 1st, today. See, it's almost like it's a fucking joke, because it is. April Fools. It's so in your face, because it literally is. It's April 1st, right? And they're going back to the moon. That's very telling right there. What date to choose, right? What a date to choose. 4 astronauts on a historic journey to the moon. On Wednesday, April 1st, 2026, making the first time humans have traveled towards the lunar surface in over 50 years. Since the Apollo 17 mission in 1972. Question: who on this live believes we went to the moon? Because I don't. it's fucking laughable, bro, that people still believe we went to the moon, let alone we're going back to the moon. The 10-day crewed test mission involves a flight around the moon rather than a landing, with the crew expected to reach a maximum distance of approximately 252,000 miles. It's such bullshit because the moon is not as far as they say it is. They say the moon is 92,000 miles away, and this is the reason why they took off when flat Earth started happening. This camera called the P1000. It's the camera with the highest zoom in the world, and you can literally zoom into the moon, and you can bring it all up close. So it's not 92 million miles away. It can't be. Okay. Okay. Canadian. There's a Canadian. One of the astronauts is Canadian. Jeremy Hansen. All right. Such like, you know. Question. There's space debris, right? So when you're in space, right? I only have this because of the Globers, okay? So if you're in space, because the Earth is in space, right? There's space debris from all these space launches because they're going to space, right? It's there. So it's not space is not infinite the way they make you think it is, because every time there's a launch, if you ever notice, it always curves. It goes up and then it curves and it looks like it's just coming back down somewhere else. And a lot of these launches are all the same if you pay attention. Okay? So there's space debris. So if there is space debris that's always flying around, if you look into how the space lander was made, let alone the space station, then it doesn't make sense, because all this space debris would be piercing through this fucking space station that's in space right now, apparently, right? It's the biggest bullshit, bro. There's so many red flags that just don't make sense, but people just believe it because NASA says it and Big Bro says it, and then you know, since Big Bro has that thing under them, this is Big Bro, people believe it. So the only thing going to space right now is people's fucking imagination, because we're not going to space. That shit is bullshit, bro. Why did they wait? How long has it been? 50 years. Why did they wait 50 years to begin with? Should be your question. Space. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, let's go back to... And plus, when we went to space, when they were putting the American flag, suddenly there was a gust of wind. In the midst of space, where there's no oxygen, okay, there was a gust of wind. Makes sense. What else? I've already said all this stuff, though. Just go in my notes. Conspiracy notes. Satellites. Oh, yeah. Okay, so satellites. Here's a question for anyone that's listening, okay? So there's satellites, there's thousands of satellites, because I've looked it up. It says apparently there's 40,000 satellites, okay? At all times, all over the Earth. There's like 40,000 satellites all over. So one question, or actually two. If there's thousands of satellites, right, like, you know, flying around, how come they don't hit each other, number one? And two, you're telling me they all have guidance systems, jets to like dodge each other? Because like, how are they all flying all over the Earth and they never hit each other? That's number one. And actually the third biggest question is, which should blow your mind, if there is satellites everywhere, how come every time you go camping or up north or out of the city, there's no signal? Hey? Explain that to me. You know why? Because it's all fucking cell phone towers. Communications is through cell phone towers and underground cables. There's no such thing as satellites. Even I was watching another thing about satellite dishes, because back in the day when I was a kid in Pakistan, we had satellite dishes. We had like satellite TV, right? And then if you think about it, when they were setting up the satellite dish was not moving. You had ones you could pay for, and it could move, like go from one satellite to another, right? So technically, if there's a satellite in space, you're telling me that satellite is perfectly still at all times, sending a signal. Like, and there's satellites flying all over. There's 43,000 satellites. It's so much bullshit. Like, and remember, these are not all satellites from now. So let's say the newest satellites have guidance systems and jets to guide each other. The old satellites, they didn't have that. Let alone all these space launches, they're always leaving debris behind. So this shit is flying around everywhere. Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. And you can find footage on the internet of pilots, airplane pilots with years under their belt, and they're asking them, hey, when you're flying over the earth, do you have to pivot the nose to stay, on the earth? Because if you're flying a plane on the earth, you would have to pivot the nose to stay on the earth. Otherwise, you're gonna fly off the earth, right? And he's like, no, it's a flat plane. Okay, you can even find NASA declassified documents where you can see it. It says Earth is a flat plane, or even says it's stationary. They just want you to believe in the idea that we're a globe on an axis spinning in the middle of space, and there's galaxies and Milky Ways and so much bullshit. Because main purpose, okay, is to take. I'm not a Bible pusher. It's to take God, the idea of a God or a grand designer out of your mind. Because if you think that the earth is like a drop of water in the oceans of the earth, it would mean your life is meaningless. But if you think about the earth being the center of the universe, then you would think of your life being have meaning, and plus you would think like, hey, there must be a grand designer, because everything didn't just happen. Because NASA tells you everything just happened. There's a Big Bang theory. It's all fucking theories. How can a scientist predict what happened before the fucking Earth happened? Like, this is how NASA is so full of themselves. They can tell you the beginning of time. And they're copying a lot of what's in the Bible. Obviously, the same people that are running the world, they wrote the Bible, but there's a lot of truth in there. And in the Bible, it talks about the firmament, the earth being stationary, and it's run by principalities. Like, you guys know all those, what I'm fucking saying. The whole point of this is the flat earth thing is like, it makes you think about that we've been lied to about everything. Everything that we have been taught since we were kids is a fucking lie. So the same people that are telling you the lies, why are they going to be honest with you about anything when everything you know is a lie? This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not that they're going to be honest over here and lies over there. It's all lies. There's a little bit of truth in there, but it's surrounded by lies. If you keep people in the same state of mind and thinking that evolution, which is another fucking bullshit story. If evolution was real, what's up, Google? If evolution was real, right? Let's say my great grandfather was a swimmer, and then his great grandfather was a swimmer, and his great grandfather, everyone was a swimmer, right? Then we would be evolving fins, and that still happens, but it's not. Evolution doesn't happen the way they tell you it is, because they're telling you that we evolved from apes, right? If we evolved from apes, how come the evolutionary apes are still not happening? How come they never see apes like half man, half ape? The missing link. Because it's all bullshit, bro. There's a lot of things that are in there that don't make sense. We didn't evolve from apes. Like, you hear stories about or in ancient like the Anunnaki, like experimenting with humans because they're looking for a perfect slave, right? And that's how humans came. So I'm not saying I know everything. All I'm saying is everything that we've been told is not the way it is. Nothing is the way you think it is. Like here's a good example. Your most popular, like let's say Drake, perfect example. Drake, right? Drake, he live streams and he makes music, right? You don't think these people are buying bots? Bots is like, they can buy views. So let's say I make music, or I make videos. I can pay for promotions. I can pay YouTube to promote my, even if my video is shit, as long as people will see it, the more people see it, the more, it's more people, some people will be into it. But it's like you can buy views, you can buy bots to show you that people are so brainwashed. If they see something genuine that they genuinely like, if the video has 2 views, they'll be like, it's nothing. But if the same video has 1,000,000 views, and they're like, oh, I like this video. They don't have any of their own opinion anymore. They're always going by what other people fucking think it is. And another reason how this shit is controlled is like, let's say I'm an artist, I work for a music label, okay? And the music label is big. So what they'll do is, let's say my songs are shit. They will tell, the music label will pay the radio station, you'll play this song at least 5 times in the span of whatever, so and so hours, and they'll pay them. And if you play that song enough times, it will be programmed into people's fucking heads. Just like at work, my boss makes me listen to Q92.5, and they play the same fucking music. There's no DJ over there. Guarantees there's no DJ, because it's the same music, same songs playing at least 5 times each in a span of 8 hours. Okay? So even when I'm not at work, I still hear the fucking music in my head, bro. It's like the story about Seinfeld, right? Seinfeld, I like Seinfeld, okay? But I liked it right away. I didn't like it after. The reason I'm saying that is because in the beginning, when Seinfeld came out, like let's say the first 5 years or first couple of years, it wasn't a hit. People didn't like it, but it stayed on, and they played it on the TV stations a certain time every day, whatever the fuck. They played an episode, and it kept away. Next thing you know, it was the biggest hit. So just to show you that people don't know what the fuck they want, and if you see it enough times, then it will be a big hit. So no one knows really what they're doing, and no one really knows what they want, especially the sheeple. So yeah, Drake is buying views. They're all buying views. All these artists, they're all buying views. Nobody's on it. It's a dirty game, bro. And the industry is set up in a way, like the biggest producers or whatever, the people that you would want to work with, they're only in like the industry. Like you won't be able to hang out with them unless you shake certain hands or do certain things that you wouldn't want to do to be able to access those people. And it's a lot of like money loopholes and people to make money off of people, especially with these contracts. Because the lingo in these contracts is like a different language. It's like lawyer talk. You need an attorney to read the contract for you because you're not really going to understand what the fuck you're reading. Like I've been doing this this streaming shit for a bit. I guess I don't really have all the answers. I don't know why shit isn't the way I want it to be, but I guess it's not the right time. I don't know. But I realized that I should have had like a channel just for conspiracies and a channel just for my mechanic videos. That's what I should have done. Like that's if I had a marketing team, you know? Because it's like if people will like your content for a certain thing, if they see something else, then they'll get switched off. But it's like it's just about the content, you know? I'm not pushing a certain really message in a way. It's just for you to interpret it for yourself, how you take it. I'm just pointing out things that I see, you know? The whole thing with the moon landing is that it's like, when they say truth in plain sight, a lot of the times I was like, what do they mean? But it's like literally in your face. Like Grand Theft Auto, what is it? Vice City. In Vice City, you can literally go and see the studio where they did the moon landing, and then you look into Stanley Kubrick. He was the one who apparently helped in the moon. He filmed it or whatever. He's the director. Um, and the whole thing, it just doesn't make sense, bro, because it's so easy. It's so easy. Like, they tell you they went to Mars, which is another fucking laughable thing, and it's just like Arkansas or Arizona. They just changed the shades. Instead of it like being like gray mountain area, they made it like reddish. And yeah, this is Mars. Like, remember, they're taking your money. NASA. How much money does NASA take per year? Here, let me look this up. Remember, it's not like they're doing this for free. They're taking people's fucking money and selling them a dream. That's what it is. NASA is selling you a dream. They're taking money per year and they sell people the dream of, oh yeah, we're going to space and we're going to moon and shit, because they're taking your fucking money. It's like laughable as far as how they're doing it, and people are just not catching on. They're like, oh, this is what it is. NASA. It's like, how much does NASA get from the government? The government is not the government, it's us. We're the ones paying. The government charges us and it gives it to NASA. Okay, so NASA received 24.4 billion for fiscal year of 2026, which represents 0.35% of the total of 7 trillion US federal budget. The final appropriate amount was passed by Congress in January, effectively rejecting the 24% cut proposed by the White House. It's like, I have to watch how I. This is all. By the way, everybody, this is all entertainment, okay? This is all entertainment. This is all for entertainment purposes, okay? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, when you start living here and you start seeing how everything works, bro, it's like you feel like moving back to Pakistan, going to Mexico. I don't know what. And I don't trust Mexico because I saw this whole cartel fucking shooting shit going on. I was supposed to go to my sister's wedding. I don't know if it's still happening. She decided to go get married in Mexico because she wanted to be fancy. I just want to go. If I ever want to go on a plane, I would go to a country to pick a wife because that's what I want. Because I don't trust planes. Ask me why. Speaking of planes. So when 9/11 happened, people believe there was actual planes. I don't. You know why? Because the way they showed it, they sold it to you, to say it better. The way they sold it to you is the plane cut through the building like it was fucking a katana, like on fire or something. And planes are made super light to be able to fly. Okay? To be able to fly, you have to be really light. You can't be a solid piece of metal cut through buildings. And plus, the building was made really fucking solid. And never has a building ever collapsed free fall speed from a fire on the top of the building. Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. You know what free fall speed means? Free fall speed means nothing holding it together. If something, give me a towel or something wrong. Okay, let's say this is a building. Let's say this is a building, okay? Now, this building is made very solid because the Twin Towers were made very solid, by the way. You have to look into the construction. It was like a honeycomb, or like there was layers of that building. So, I need a better representation of a building, though. Something towerish. One of my phone holders. Okay, boom. This is better. Okay, this is one of my phone holders I made from car parts, and I'm gonna plan to sell these in the future, or I'm selling them. Okay, so this is a building, okay, and it's made very fucking solid, okay. So if there's damage on top of the building, there's literally everything else is pristine. There is no damage, and this building is made solid. It's made to withstand blades. Okay, so there's damage on the top floor. You're telling me that from the damage on the top floor, the whole building collapsed at free fall speed. You gotta be stupid to believe that. And plus, cherry on top, there was another building that didn't get hit by nothing called Building 7. Building 7, that building collapsed too. They're like, oh, the fire from this building jumped off to the other building. Yeah, fire's like, yo, I need to burn this shit down. Like, they're selling you such bullshit and you guys just eat it up, bro. Look, best comparison is get the footage of the 9/11 buildings collapse and then put next to it a video of building being demolished or whatever from explosives on every floor, and you're going to see it's literally falling at the same speed, which means there's nothing holding it together. Because it was Larry Silverstein, okay, you know who that means, Steen, Jew, anyway. So Larry Silverstein, what he did was, which this is another thing that connects with The Simpsons, predicting the future. Larry Silverstein, before 9/11, a month or before, or 2 months before, he changed his insurance policy to somehow benefit in case it was a terrorist attack. Can you talk about how would he even think of that, let alone know of that? Okay? Let me get a refill. Oh, and plus you heard there was a rumor 3,000 Jews called in sick. And everyone's like, yeah, what are you talking about? That's crazy. Huh? Doesn't it make sense now? How did 3,000 Jews call in sick? How did they know in advance? When you watch The Simpsons had like Donald Trump before he became president, and it predicted that he was going to be president. So are The Simpsons predicting the future? No, you dumbass. They're having secret meetings because you're like, oh, what do they do with these secret meetings? Yeah, they do fucking orgies, that's for sure. They do PDF stuff, and they plan what they're going to do in the next fucking 5, 10, 20 years, whatever. It's all planned in advance. Before 9/11 happened, okay? Before 9/11 happened, it's called predictive programming. There was like Beavis and Butthead movie poster. It was them in planes about to hit Twin Towers. There was like another band, a rock band that had like Twin Tower symbolism. There's Twin Tower symbolism all over the place. How come all of a sudden, before 9/11, all these different places had Twin Tower symbolism? Because they all knew about it. These are all probably, I don't want to talk about too much. They're all at these secret meetings, you know, and this is what they're doing, bro. They all, you know, the only thing good about them is they help each other. That's all I can tell you. They all help each other. That's the only good thing I can say about them, other than all the bad they're doing. Because we're all getting fucked. Okay, we're on the receiving end. We're receiving all the. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's no fucking future. Oh, they're predicting the future. They know about it before it's gonna happen. And think about it. They're they're part of the entertainment industry, so they're gonna make money off of it. It's like they're fucking you on both sides. It's literally like the wars. They fund both sides of the wars, and they benefit from both sides of the wars, bro. Yeah, and I didn't finish. I could never pay attention in school. When I was a kid, my dad bought us all like the encyclopedia books, and I went through all of that stuff. I read all of it, and now that I'm grown up, and it's like, none of it makes sense, bro. How did those dinosaurs have sex? Eh? It doesn't make sense. And they tell you when you go to visit these dinosaur places, whatever, that they have all these like what do you call that? Dinosaur museum, whatever the fuck. You ask them, hey, is this the real bones? No, no, no. The real bones are in the back. Just come on, man. How come every time a guy that invents a car that runs on air or water, or a car that is like, apparently cars are like 20% to 25 or 30% efficient. Apparently, this is what I'm looking into. I didn't know that, but it makes sense. So whenever a guy makes a car that's free energy or a car that's actually very efficient, he goes missing. Huh? Oh, there's a documentary that you guys should watch. It's called "Who Killed the Electric Car." So GM made a car back in the day. This is like 2000 era, I think, 2000. They made a car called the EV1. It was an electric car. But look at this. It was never for sale. It was only for rent. And then I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, they destroyed all of them. And then yada yada yada. A couple of years later, Tesla comes out. Same people. Elon Musk does not. He didn't do shit. He's just the face, bro. It's like everything is like WWE. It's all entertainment and all smoke and mirrors. Whoever you think is running the show is not. Okay, the people that are running the show, you will never know. We will never know. We think it's the Rothschilds or Rockefellers or whatever. These are just the names that we have been told. Okay, there's other family names that we don't even know about. Apparently 13 families. But yeah, like it's like, and I don't wanna bitch about all this shit. I just wanna have enough money that God blesses me with, so I can move somewhere where I'm not living off big bro. I want to live off the land and live free, you know. Grow my own fruits and vegetables. Maybe try to get off meat, but I think you need meat, you know. Because big bro, big bro doesn't want us to be happy, bro. The big bro want us to be good slaves that shut up and pay up our taxes. Never ask why it goes up, where it's going, who's taking what. You know what I mean? They don't want us to. The funny thing is, they keep on taking our tax money, and instead of being more efficient on their side, they're saying we just need to pay more tax. So they're like, hey, don't look into what we're doing and who the chairman of the companies, how much they're paying, because what they're doing is they're trimming the fat, you know, and all aspects. It's not about doing a good job anymore. It's just about having people enough to make the machine run and pay them the least amount of money. Literally in every aspect, bro. And just take all our money and laugh all the way to the bank. That bothers me, bro, because it's like, at least fix the fucking roads. I know everything else we can't change because it's like corruption goes all the way up. You can never change that shit, you know, because they all these people that are in those positions, they're chosen years in advance. It's not by chance. They're all chosen. Like what is it? Politicians and presidents, they're not elected, they're selected in advance, years in advance. That's how fucking the Simpsons knew about it. Smart ass. It's years in advance. So when they're selling you iPhone 24 or whatever, they have iPhone 200 ready to go. But they're not gonna give you iPhone 200. They're gonna give you drip by drip, drip by drip. Oh my God! Look at the technology. We're so advanced with technology. Yeah, we're in the year 2026. We got Teslas that can drive themselves. Yet the roads are fucking shit. They don't have a solution to fix roads. Yet back in the day, I don't know what 18th century in the Roman days, they knew how to make good fucking roads with bricks. Yet those bricks. I'll tell you one thing. It might be rough on the car because it's bricks, but that shit doesn't go through. There's no fucking potholes in that shit, bro. Here. Everyone could. It just grinds my gears, you know. Like here's another thing. This is randomness because I work in I'm a mechanic by day. So people will come in, people will bring a car, let's say for a flat tire or whatever, and it's like. Just out of randomness, I'm like, hey, let me just check the oil. No oil. It's like, I'm like, I guess, yeah, I know. I have anxiety, I have ADD, OCD, but no STD. Thank you, God. It's just, it's. It's like, is it too hard to check your oil, bro? They give you a sticker. You know when you get your oil changed, they give you a sticker. Unless you're doing it by my buddy did it. My buddy did the oil change. Well, yeah, did your buddy put a fucking sticker to tell you when your oil change is due? And this one thing that bothers me. There's this one customer. I'm not gonna tell you what car he has. But he insists on us putting the oil right at the line. But I'm like, any person with a brain that knows cars, if you know a car, like let's say Hyundai and Subaru, you know some of them, especially the certain years, they're all, in not just Hyundai and Subaru, all cars, especially depending on the year, they're gonna start burning oil, okay? Hyundai and Subaru, they're prone to be burning oil. Especially Hyundai, okay? So now, any mechanic that is doing an oil change on Hyundai, he will put a little bit of extra oil because he knows that car will be burning oil unless the oil change is due in 5,000 or 8,000. The car will have almost no oil to that point. So you obviously would tell the client, hey, be sure to check the oil when you're close to the oil change deadline just to make sure there's enough. Most people don't listen. They think they know everything, bro. But it just makes common sense. If you know a car that burns oil, you would put a little bit of extra oil. And plus, you would meticulously check the oil. Because, this is one thing that people don't understand. The oil is there to lubricate the internals of the engine, right? To make everything be lubricated. Now, when you're past the oil change due line, the oil starts breaking down. So the oil's job is to lubricate, right? Once you're past the let's say you're due at 5,000. So at 5,000, the oil starts breaking down. It's not going to be as lubricating as it's supposed to be. So now the engine's internals will start wearing down because it's metal on metal, right? The oil is there to lubricate this metal on metal. It's supposed to be the thin layer. But now since the oil can't do its job anymore, because it's past due its oil change due line, it can't perform anymore. And people, they think they know everything. So they're just going to be adding oil or don't even check the oil. Especially depending on the cars. And if it's a rental, forget about it. People with rentals, they never check the oil, let alone their own cars. So everybody, be sure to check your oil on your car, especially if it's a Hyundai. Hyundais are known to burn oil. That's their biggest issue, bro. I'm not talking about new cars. I'm talking about cars, old cars, all up till 2015. Because 2019, everything is all new cars. I don't know if Hyundai is still making shit engines that burn oil. But anyway. But this podcast has been good so far. I talked a lot of shit. Oh, so I've been doing YouTube videos or been making videos for at least 10 years now, right? And my brother's just getting into social media and he started making videos. He's doing really good though, because now he has AI. Now with the AI, you don't even need to edit. Like AI can make you a whole video. It just takes your face and everything. It can do everything for you. But it's like, I was telling my brother, I was like, yo, you can use Snapchat. So this is for anyone, if you want to make videos or whatever. Because whenever I make videos, I don't edit. So Snapchat is good for filters, and TikTok is good for like editing, because TikTok, it can edit for you. If you take like all the right snapshots and everything, it can make it all nice and shiny for you, like as far as like it looks professional. So yeah, anyone that wants to do this. So when I told this to my brother, he's like, oh, I don't want to download Chinese spyware. But I'm like, it's all spyware, bro. Snapchat, Facebook is fucking spyware. Like the three-letter agencies made Facebook, because they're like, hey, what can we make that's got nice bells and whistles on it that everyone will willingly put their fucking name, location, and where they work, you idiot. Why would you put where you work, you dumbass? I don't even have my real name on there. Why would I do that? I don't want people to know my real name, let alone where I work. Dumb. Hey, what's up, Jamaican? I'm talking so much shit. Last thing, right before you joined on, I was like, yo, Facebook. First of all the social media, like TikTok, everything is all spyware, right? TikTok, Facebook, it's all spyware. And I'm like, the three-letter agencies were like, hey, what can we make with nice bells and whistles that people will willingly put their name and everything, and especially where they work on Facebook, you dumbass. Why would you put where you work on Facebook, you stupido? You know, why would you put where you work? I have videos on TikTok of me in the garage, but I don't want people to know where I work. I don't want them to come to my garage. I just want them to learn from what I'm posting, because I'm like, yo, check this or do that, whatever. I don't want no one to know where I work, because, you know, there's good and bad to everything, and I don't want no attention coming to my work, let alone, you know. So yeah, anyone listening to this, don't put your fucking where you work on Facebook, you stupido. Unless you want to get stalked. Unless you're hoping some girl, like let's say you're a dude and you're like hoping some girl like stalks you and shit. I don't want no one to know where I work, bro. Let's say some girl's like, oh, I want to get my tires done at your garage. And let's say all of a sudden she doesn't like me anymore. Guess what she's gonna do? I don't want any bad reviews, okay? Nothing to do with the garage. She's just not gonna like how I don't know what. There's some women, you know what? Some women are just not your type, and it's just like she will not be happy that you're not happy with her. I don't know what it is, bro. I'm not for everyone. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I know that. Some people will like me, and some people will be who is this guy, or be disgusted or whatever. And it's like you know, I'm not for everyone. You like me, you like me. You don't like me, fuck you. I don't care. It's very simple, my friend. Yeah, so apparently Artemis is going back to the moon, which is so stupid because the only thing going back to the moon is people's fucking imagination. I don't believe that we ever went to the moon, let alone we're going back to the moon. It's a whole bunch of this right here. It's just them taking our tax money and be like, yeah, here you go. Yeah, we're going back to the moon. Yeah. Let us charge you fucking $13 billion per year, NASA. Earth is flat and stationary, everybody. It's not a globe. The whole globe thing is to take you away from a grand designer. It wants you to think, science wants you to think that everything just happened. The Big Bang Theory, it's a whole bunch of theories, bro. I'm not saying everything is true in the Bible, but there's a lot of truth in there because it talks about a grand designer. Everything didn't just happen because science tells you it's a whole bunch of coincidences. It just happened. Whole bunch of nothing just made something and everything exploded. And now next you know there's galaxies and Milky Ways and there's a whole bunch of shit everywhere. So that whole idea of infinite galaxies and everything would make you feel like your life is nothing and you would do what thou wilt. That's what that means. But if you come to realize, I'm not telling you about the Bible. I'm just going. If you come to realize, or you start thinking that hey, maybe there's a purpose to life, and we're the Earth is the center of the universe, then it would really make you think about your decisions, and not just go around fucking girls raw. Ali. Not all of them, but Speaking of fucking girls raw, so I'm talking to some girl and she's like, "Oh, to get this pussy, you need to have you get your blood test so we can fuck raw." I'm like, you know what? It's time. I should get it done. I get it done every year. So I go to the CLC and I'm like, "Yo, I want to get a blood test." She's like, "Well, you need a doctor's thing." So I'm like, "Okay, can you refer me to where I can go find a fucking doctor?" She's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "You're the CLC. Shouldn't you know where I should go find a fucking doctor to get a blood test?" No clue. Go to the other clinic. No fucking clue. Okay? Go online. Go to this place. Got scammed for it. Not scam. It's like I went to a place for blood test. It said it was $15. I did the blood test. Then it says in 7 to 10 days they'll send you an email to ask you when is a good time for someone to call you, a doctor to call you with the results. I'm like, I just want the results. I don't care about a fucking doctor. Why do I need a doctor? Then you come to find out they're gonna charge you for that shit. They want to fucking charge you. So I'm like, that's a fucking scam. So fuck that company. It's called Prelib. 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 Fuck that place. And the last option was, okay, if you want to get your results right away, it's no, in 5 days it's $55. Then another 10 days it's free, and then I couldn't even click on the free, so I had to click the $55 to get the results. So that's why I'm saying it's a scam, because it forced me to pay $55 to get the results. When I asked the bitch, I'm like, your choice $15. She's like, yeah. I paid her the 15, and next you know, to get the results now you have to pay another $55. And this is over here in Canada, fuck. How is this happening, bro? Why is it so hard to get a fucking blood test? Why can't I just go to the CLC and get a fucking blood test? If the government really cared, or Big Bro cared about people not spreading STDs, shouldn't it be easy to get a fucking blood test? Instead, I have to go on Google searches and to get screwed over instead of just being able to go to the CLC. How does that make sense? And this is our fucking healthcare. So, I just did my taxes. I paid $500 for healthcare, free healthcare, which is like, it's not free, because it's like if you really want to get it done, you have to pay for it. And if you want it free, you would have to lose 2 days of work, because